Welcome to our video on endangered species. As you may already know, an endangered species is a type of animal or plant that is at risk of becoming extinct. This is usually due to a variety of factors, such as habitat destruction, climate change, and human activity. Conserving endangered species is important because it helps to maintain biodiversity and ensures that these unique and often irreplaceable species are able to thrive and continue to play their important roles in their ecosystems. In this video, we will take a journey through the conservation efforts that are being undertaken to protect these endangered species. So join us as we explore the world of endangered species. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. One of the main causes of endangerment for species is habitat destruction. This refers to the destruction or degradation of an animal or plant's natural environment, which can be caused by a variety of factors such as urbanization, deforestation, and the construction of roads and other infrastructure. When a species' habitat is destroyed, it can have a devastating impact on their ability to survive and reproduce, leading to a decline in their population. Another major cause of endangerment is climate change. As the Earth's climate continues to warm, many species are struggling to adapt to the changing conditions and are at risk of extinction. This can be especially challenging for species that are adapted to specific climates and are unable to migrate to new areas as the climate changes. Human activity is also a major contributor to the endangerment of species. This can include activities such as overfishing, pollution, and the illegal trade in endangered species. These activities can have a direct impact on the survival of a species, as well as indirectly affecting their habitat and the overall ecosystem. It is important to understand the causes of endangerment in order to effectively address and prevent the decline of endangered species. There are many different examples of endangered species around the world, and each one faces unique challenges and threats to their survival. Here are just a few examples. 1. Elephants. These intelligent and majestic animals are endangered due to habitat destruction and poaching for their tusks. The illegal trade in elephant ivory is a major threat to their survival, and conservation efforts are focused on protecting their habitats and cracking down on the illegal trade. 2. Pandas. Pandas are perhaps one of the most well-known endangered species, and their numbers have been declining due to habitat loss and a low reproductive rate. Conservation efforts for pandas focus on protecting and expanding their bamboo forests, as well as promoting research and education about these beloved animals. 3. Rhinos. Like elephants, rhinos are also threatened by poaching for their horns, which are used in traditional medicine and are highly valued on the black market. Conservation efforts for rhinos include anti-poaching patrols, habitat protection, and breeding programs. 4. Orangutans. These intelligent primates are endangered due to habitat destruction, as their rainforest homes are often cleared for agriculture and other human activities. Conservation efforts for orangutans include habitat protection, reforestation, and education about the importance of these animals. 5. Polar bears. As the Earth's climate continues to warm, polar bears are facing a number of challenges, including the melting of sea ice, which they rely on for hunting and breeding. Conservation efforts for polar bears focus on reducing greenhouse gas emissions and protecting their habitats. 6. Sea turtles. Sea turtles are endangered due to a number of factors, including habitat destruction, pollution, and the illegal trade in their eggs and meat. Conservation efforts for sea turtles include protecting nesting beaches, enforcing laws against the illegal trade, and educating communities about the importance of these animals. 7. Grizzly bears. Grizzly bears are threatened by habitat loss and conflicts with humans, and their numbers have been declining in many parts of the world. Conservation efforts for grizzly bears focus on protecting their habitats, reducing conflicts with humans, and educating the public about these animals. 8. Mountain gorillas. These endangered primates are found in a small region of Africa and are threatened by habitat destruction, disease, and poaching. Conservation efforts for mountain gorillas include habitat protection, research, and education about these animals. 9. Cheetahs. These fast-running cats are endangered due to habitat loss and conflicts with humans, as well as the illegal trade in their skins and other body parts. Conservation efforts for cheetahs include habitat protection, education, and efforts to reduce conflicts with humans. These are just a few examples of the many endangered species that are in need of protection. There are a number of efforts being made to conserve endangered species and ensure their survival for future generations. Here are a few examples. 1. Captive breeding programs. These programs involve breeding endangered species in controlled environments, such as zoos and wildlife sanctuaries, in order to increase their populations. Once the populations have grown sufficiently, these animals can be released back into the wild in order to help repopulate their natural habitats. 2. Habitat preservation. Protecting and preserving the habitats of endangered species is a critical aspect of conservation efforts. This can include efforts to protect natural areas, such as national parks and wildlife reserves, as well as reforestation and habitat restoration projects. 3. Education and awareness campaigns. Raising awareness about endangered species and the challenges they face is an important part of conservation efforts. These campaigns can include educational materials, public speaking events, and social media campaigns to educate the public about the importance of protecting these animals and plants. These are just a few examples of the many efforts being made to conserve endangered species. If you're interested in learning more about endangered species and the efforts being made to conserve them, there are a number of great resources available. Here are a few ideas. Links to organizations dedicated to conservation. There are many organizations dedicated to the conservation of endangered species, and many of them have websites with a wealth of information about their work and how you can get involved. Some examples include the World Wildlife Fund, the Wildlife Conservation Society, and the Jane Goodall Institute. Suggestions for further reading or educational materials. There are also many books, articles, and educational resources available that can provide more information about endangered species and the challenges they face. Some great places to start include the International Union for Conservation of Nature's Red List of Threatened Species, which provides information about the conservation status of a wide variety of species, and the Endangered Species Act, which is a U.S. law that provides protection for endangered and threatened species. We hope that this video has provided a useful introduction to the world of endangered species and the efforts being made to conserve them. We encourage you to explore these additional resources and learn more about the important work being done to protect these animals and plants for future generations.